Datila, and welcome to its Wrestling Time Post Show. It is Monday, October 7th, 2024, and tonight I'll be talking about Monday Night Raw, but I'm not alone. Joining me for this review is none other than Michael 101591.
How you doing, everybody? How you doing, Datila? Thank you for having me on
Doing
again.
good. Yeah, of course, you're welcome anytime. And tonight's show was interesting to say the least, because tonight was the first 2-hour Raw in over, 12 years?
12 years. 12 years. I give WWE a round of applause. It took them 12 years just to listen to the fans.
That's crazy. But let's get into this. Let's start with the main event, which was the world title matches, Gunther versus Sami Zayn. As we know, Sami Zayn has been trying to get Gunther to give him a match for the world title. Last week, Gunther finally accepted. And this match was a good match. I will say there were I kid you not, I don't know how you feel, but for me, there were moments where I legitimately thought, "Oh, okay, maybe Sami Zayn's gonna take it," and that's what I want out of my wrestling.
Yeah,
Make me believe that they could actually win. And here they made me believe. I actually thought, I'm like, "Oh, okay." When it was cutting down to the wire, and he kicked out of the power bomb. I'm like, "Oh shit, maybe Sami Zayn is gonna win." But it wasn't meant to be. Gunther put Sami Zayn to sleep, and he ended up retaining his world title. And as we know, at Crown Jewel, it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. What were your thoughts on the main event and the stare down between Cody and Gunther?
I thought this was a good main event. Sami Zayn and Gunther going at it once again. Since they met at WrestleMania this year, which I was at. That was one of the best Mania matches that I got to see live. It was loud, and at points there, Sami Zayn. We all thought that Sami Zayn was going to win the title, but obviously, when Gunther put Sami Zayn in the sleeper hold, we all knew it was downhill from there. That Gunther was going to retain.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And the stare down between Cody Rhodes and Gunther, I actually did enjoy. I want to see where this goes heading into Saudi Arabia, Crown Jewel.
Definitely. I do agree. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
All right. So for whatever reason, Sexyy Red opened Monday Night Raw. I guess she's St. Louis, but her segment was cut very quickly.
Awful.
Like, why have her open if you're just gonna cut her segment?
It was awful.
Yeah, I don't know what. I guess she's gonna be on NXT tomorrow night too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna have to suffer again.
So CM Punk came out, and he looked all banged up.
Yeah. No way he was coming down to the ring.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Now he talks talking about he doesn't know what the future holds from him, and that I like the fact that he says that there's a thin line between love and hate, and he turned their hate into cash. Now, it's so funny because as he's leaving, Seth Rollins comes out, and there's this moment where they have a stare down. And then as Seth Rollins makes his way to the ring, he bumps onto CM Punk on purpose, and Punk is just looking at him. And honestly, I feel like this is a way to reignite the rivalry. This promo kind of tells me CM Punk is going to go away for a little while. Well, it's already October, so maybe he'll be gone until the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Like
I knew this is where I was going to go. Like when we saw them with the face-to-face there, I'm like, this is Punk's next feud with Rollins.
Well, technically, it was supposed to be his original feud.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, he got injured, and we are where we got. But hey, his feud with McIntyre was really good.
Yeah, that was a good end to their feud.
It was. But anywho, yeah, I feel like he's going to take some time off. Probably not come back till January. And his next feud is with Rollins, because Rollins, and this leads into the Seth Rollins promo, which we'll get into right now, but because it seems like Rollins is going to be in a rivalry with Bronson Reed. But what are your thoughts on CM Punk's promo?
I thought the promo was good. It felt like Punk was given, like, as he was given this promo, he was given a retirement speech. It kind of sounded like that, but obviously Punk is not going nowhere. This was just a message for him saying, he's going to go away for a little bit, and then when he's good, he's going to come back at either the Rumble. So I sense that happening.
Yeah, I definitely sense that happening too. Because I mean, after Crown Jewel is Survivor Series, and then you got in December Saturday Night's main event. So unless he comes back in December, you know,
That would be cool if he comes back for Saturday night's main event. I'm thinking of possibly attending Saturday night's main event,
that's cool.
but the tickets are so expensive.
I bet.
It's gonna be a Long Island at Nassau Coliseum.
So this leads into a Seth Rollins promo, and Seth Rollins is talking about all that stuff, like how crazy and wild things have gotten since he was gone for a bit. And I like how he took off his, like, he literally had his glasses on, and he went like that because he said hell must have frozen over because he saw Cody Rhodes teaming with Roman Reigns, and he got punched by Kevin Owens here. But he basically, at the end of this, he basically challenged a Bronson Reed to a one-on-one match, and he told Bronson Reed to name the time and the place. So I'm actually pretty excited for this.
Same. I
This
think
is
it's gonna come. It's gonna come probably at Survivor Series.
Survivor Series.
I think it's gonna happen at Survivor Series.
Honestly, Seth Rollins does not need to win this feud.
Yeah, I don't see this match happening at Crown Jewel. I think it should be saved for Survivor Series.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, like I said, in my opinion, Seth Rollins doesn't need to win this.
Now, easily Bronson Reed needs to win over Rollins.
Oh yeah. But Rollins did say he's going to give him his 15 minutes of fame. All right. So we get in the IC title match. It's Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods. This was an okay match. I just felt like it was too short for it to be like, because Jey Uso can put on a great match, and so can Xavier Woods. But I just feel like this match was too short for us to see what these guys can do.
Yeah, I thought this was a very mediocre match with a very anticlimactic ending. Just didn't work.
But the ending was what happened afterwards was pretty interesting because Jey Uso won. Obviously, he shook Kofi Kingston's hand, but Xavier Woods refused to shake his hand. And then Braun Breaker came out and he speared Jay, he speared Kofi, and he speared Woods. So we're getting more of a teaser of Xavier Woods turning heel. I thought it was gonna happen during this match.
Yeah, but Braun Breaker, he's coming off as a tweener here. Like last week, we all thought that he was a babyface, and now this week he comes out here, spearing Kofi, spearing Xavier Woods. So he's pretty much in like a tweener. Like we don't know if he's a heel or a babyface.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing off of that type of situation.
Yeah, it seemed like he was definitely faking last week.
Yeah, like last week, he came off as a babyface.
Mm-hmm. And he had an interaction with Gunther too, so we'll have to just wait and see. But I don't think his rivalry with Jay is done.
No, definitely not.
So Rhea Ripley cut a quick promo on Liv Morgan, basically saying that Liv was guaranteed another beating and that she should have known Liv was gonna weasel her way out of a bad blood. So as y'all know, Raquel Rodriguez helped Liv Morgan at Bad Blood. Now it just seems by this promo, it does seems like the ending was botched because she says she got caught. So it kind of seems like they're working that into the story now.
Mm. Yeah.
What were your thoughts on this?
I thought it was, just, okay in my opinion.
Your typical Rhea promo.
Typical Rhea promo.
Braun Breaker was supposed to get interviewed, but he doesn't say a damn word and just walks away. Which I thought was pretty good. All right, so we get a Miz segment, and it seems like we know who the White Six next victim is because the glitch showed up during this segment.
It's either got to be the Miz or Karrion Kross. And if I were to choose, they're gonna be targeting the Miz.
I think they're going to target the Miz because remember what the White Six basically said to Chad Gable? He turned his back on his family, and the Miz
Turns back on our truth.
turned his back on our truth. Although our truth doesn't think that because he was like, "You're confused."
You think I'm still in the Judgment Day?
Yeah, that was hilarious. But basically, the Miz challenges our truth to a match next week on Raw.
Grab me a pillow. That's going to be a boring match.
I think that we're going to see some inkling of the White Six during that match.
Hopefully. If not, then in my review next week, I'm going to say this was a boring match. Timestamp it.
We have to wait and see.
Timestamp it. I'll be right.
So we got a Donnybrook match. Sheamus versus Pete Dunne. This was a really great match. This was fun. I really like that white nose off the barrel through the table.
Yeah, that was a great spot there. Especially on TV, how it came up like they were so high.
Oh yeah.
They were only up a few feet.
Sheamus power slam Pete Dunne, send him crashing into the announce table. You got Pete Dunne whacking Sheamus with that cricket bat and that jaw. This was great. He even zip tied Sheamus. I legitimately thought Pete Dunne was going to win this after he zip tied Sheamus.
The same.
But that wasn't meant to be. Sheamus still managed to get the victory. This was really great.
And he did all that with being in zip ties.
Right.
Being handcuffed in zip ties.
Okay. So next we get a Cody Rhodes interview. And basically he talks about how he wants to find out what's it going to take to be the first ever Crown Jewel champion. And he runs into Sami Zayn, who wants to basically talk about Kevin Owens, but Cody isn't hearing it. I feel like this was just your typical Cody Rhodes promo, Cody Rhodes interaction. There was really nothing special here.
Yeah, I'm like, why is Cody on Raw when he's supposed to be on SmackDown?
All right.
Yeah, we'll get to another saying when we talk about it. Because I'm like, oh, why are these guys on Raw? We'll get to it.
So we get a Judgment Day interview, and you see Raquel Rodriguez. She pulls up into the arena, and basically they refuse to answer, is Raquel part of the Judgment Day? Which I think she is.
She is.
Yeah.
If she helped Liv, then she goes with Liv and Dom. She's part of the Judgment Day.
I feel like she's gonna play Rhea's role here. You know how Rhea wasn't afraid to like attack, whoever was on the outside of the ring. I think she's gonna be the muscle.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be the Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, she definitely is. We're gonna get a more serious Raquel now.
Yeah, not smiling like. Yeah, this is a more furious Raquel Rodriguez, which I like. Enough of the smiling.
So I don't watch NXT on a weekly basis. So you can have to help me out here with this next one. Ethan Page makes his Raw debut in a backstage.
Why is he on Raw? Why is Ava on Raw?
In a backstage segment, talking to Adam Pearce about CM Punk. However, he, tells Ethan Page that he needs to talk to Ava about it, which she says she's off the clock. And he even asked her, if you're off the clock, why are you here? So apparently CM Punk hit him with the GTS.
Yes, after Trick Williams beat Ethan Page for the NXT Championship.
Okay.
Because CM Punk was the special guest referee, and then after the match, he pinned the GTS on Ethan Page.
Okay, I see now. But what are your thoughts on this?
I'm like, this is random. Why is Ethan Page and Ava on NXT? They're supposed to be on NXT. They were on Monday Night Raw. Same I could say for Cody Rhodes earlier. Why is Cody on Raw?
Well, I don't know about Cody, but Ava and Ethan Page kind of makes sense because NXT's in St. Louis and they were in St. Louis, so it kind of seems like they were there to kind of help promote the show.
Yeah, and of course, I think Ethan Page wants to go after Punk. I guess he
I,
wants Punk in the ring, one on one.
I think that would be a huge opportunity for Ethan Page.
Ethan Punk.
You know what I mean? Ethan
Yeah.
Page, to go off against Punk. So
Yeah,
next
Punk's
is
new name, Ethan Punk.
okay. So next we get a 10-women tag match. It's the Unholy Union and Pure Fusion Collective versus the team of Natalya, Zelina, Vega, Lyra, Valkyria, Katana, Chance, and Kayden Carter.
Why was this match on the show? Why?
Honestly, I didn't really care for this match, and it's not because of the women. I think all the women in this match are super talented. It's just that WWE hasn't done enough to make me care for this match.
Yeah, they don't even make us care for the women's division.
Yeah. So I mean, it was okay. It wasn't too bad.
I'm like, this is the best that you got for the show. I mean, you couldn't book another match in place of this women's match.
I guess it's because of all the intertwining stories here. All right, and then that's it for the review because we talked about the main event. So overall, I had to say this was the first 2-hour Raw since 2012. And I had to say, this felt like the pacing was kind of off. I don't know if you felt that, but I feel like the pacing was kind of off.
It
I
was
feel like
rushed.
I feel like everything was moving way too fast. And for instance, Punk does his promo, Rollins comes out. Rollins does his promo, Jey Uso comes out. It was like everything was just moving too fast and not giving time to breathe. And it's crazy that it seems like they don't know how to book a 2-hour Raw because they can book a 2-hour SmackDown.
Well, it's because for since 2012 they have been booking 3-hour Raws, so they were kind of in that, oh, we're still in that 3-hour sort of vein, and oh, we got to cut this to 2 hours. Like, how are we gonna do this? I mean, I guess it's a whole different creative when it comes to Monday Night Raw and when it comes to SmackDown.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of condense a lot of the segments,
Hmm.
and they probably combine all the women's matches. You probably could have gotten 2 matches out of this women's match.
Yeah, and they rushed it. You could tell that the show was rushed.
Yeah, Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods felt really rushed too. So I just feel like overall the pacing was a little off.
And and also, uh, it was the first show at 2 hours. So hopefully, as the months progress, they could probably just work it out and just try to fit a show that's 2 hours, and not like overabundance it and rush like a lot of stuff.
I mean, well, look at SmackDown. SmackDown is 2 hours and their segments flow.
Hmm.
Nothing ever feels like rushed on SmackDown.
Probably because it's a different creative team.
Yeah.
That's
All
just
right.
my opinion.
A sophomore 1 to Sean Spears' perfect 10. What would you give tonight's Raw?
3 out of 10. This show was
Re-
terrible.
Really?
Outside of the old fashioned Donnybrook match between Sheamus and Pete Dunne and the main event Gunther versus Sami Zayn, everything else was just very mediocre.
I'm gonna give it a 6. I really didn't like the opening with Sexy Red. I just felt like you could have just cut that out completely. I love seeing Punk's promo. I love the interaction with him and Rollins. I see title match, but was too short for me to get too into it. Really enjoyed the Donnybrook match, and I really liked the main event. But aside from that, everything else just felt kind of like mediocre and stuff. So I give it a 6 out of
Most
10.
most of the show, like the matches, were done in picture.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
With this being the first 2-hour show since 2012, you think that they would have gone all out?
Hmm. And unfortunately, it disappointed.
Yeah. All right, Michael, where can people find you as we get ready to sign off?
Well, you guys can find me at my channel here, Michael101591. I do WWE reviews, Monday Night Raw every Monday, AEW Dynamite every Wednesday, which AEW Dynamite's going to be on tomorrow because of the MLB postseason playoffs on Wednesday. Also review SmackDown on Friday. I do movie reviews, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K updates. I have old school movie reviews, old school commercials on my channel. So you check out those if you're very nostalgic and want to relive the past. You can check that out. My Monday Night Raw review is up on my channel right now for tonight. So check out that. I go over, the show move to move in the matches. So check out my channel. Give me a subscribe. Datila, of course, appears on my channel as well from time to time as we do our pay-per-view predictions, which we might do AEW Wrestle Dream predictions this upcoming week. So check that out whenever you do it.
All right, and you can follow me on Twitter at @Datila_. It's like all things wrestling, WWE, AEW, TNA. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, occasional Saturdays and Sundays. I still haven't gotten around to film my unboxing for my AEW trading cards, but when I do, make sure you keep an eye out for that. I'll definitely let you guys know.
Also
And
follow
then
me on Twitter as well at MikeyBoy101591.
And then for all things TNA, check me out every Thursday on Body Slam. This past Thursday, there was no TNA review as it was the Best of Bound for Glory episode, but we should be back this Thursday as we continue to go the road to Bound for Glory. All right, and then, like Michael mentioned, tomorrow with Dynamite being on a Tuesday.
9 o'clock Eastern, 11 till 11
Oh,
o'clock.
yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, so Datila's going to have an early one tomorrow.
All right. But thank you guys all so much for watching. If you continue support, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a video. I'll see you guys tomorrow after AEW Dynamite. Bye.
Bye.